Here's how I hold hands despite my hyperhidrosis. To kick things off, let me just tell you a story while I was growing up. So I had this girlfriend which was like one of my first girlfriends, and we were walking and on the right next to a street. And while we were walking, she was continuously trying to reach my hand, to hold hands, of course. You know, it's the girls' thing. They find it cute. Anyway, and whenever she reaches my hand, I would just retreat. So she did this first time, I retreated. She did it again, I still retreated. And she did it again, and I still kept on retreating. So we reached a point where she completely stopped me and said, "Oh, what's going on? Why are you not letting me hold your hand?" Because they find it insecure, right? So I said the truth. I said, "Look, I have a bit of sweatness on my palm. That's why it's not really pleasing for me to hold hands right now." You know what she said? She said, "It's fine for me. Just let me hold your hand." Oh shit, bro. But I still, you know, kept on my word. I said no. You know why? Because if you have palmar hyperhidrosis like me, you know how disgusting you feel when your palms are fucking dripping sweat and someone tries to touch you. Holy shit. You feel more disgusted than them. That's why, even while growing up, while I was a kid, even my mom tries to hold my hand, just like a mother holds his son's hand while walking or going through a store. But even at that point, I won't let her touch me. Like, I won't let her touch my hand, even though she knew I had this condition. But still, even at that point, I did not let her touch because I feel disgusted. That's why. Now, let's come to a point. Now, let's talk about how I am holding hands right now, despite hyperhidrosis. Because I have found out ways, my own methods, in order to hold hands. Now, before going to tell you exactly, let me just clear another thing. So, there are two scenarios here. One, which I just told you, where your hands are dripping, dripping sweat. Like you can see the sweat is dripping. But the second scenario is where your palms are little damp. If your palms are little damp, then that's another thing. In that case, I hold hands. If my palms are little damp, then it's okay. Then you can go and hold hands. You know why? Because it's the little moisture. You feel that moisture. The other person doesn't feel that moisture because you are so sensitive about your palms. You feel even the little moisture. And you know what's the interesting thing? That little moisture, even the dry people faces it. Even they get it. You know how could I say this? Because if you have ever gone to a gym, have you seen people putting on chalks before going for a bench or going for a deadlift or going for a squats? Things like that. Have you ever asked why? That's why. Because even they get little moisture, little damp while pushing. You just get it normally. That's another thing, of course. Now let's come to the main point, how to hold hands when they are dripping sweat. You know the answer. The answer is very simple. You don't hold hands. I'm saying this, yeah. Don't hold hands when they are dripping sweat. You know what to do instead? There are better ways, which I have found. So there are two ways which I recommend. The first, instead of going to hold hands, take your hand and put it, like if you are a man. I'm just talking with men only here. Put your hand and like take your hand and put it around her lower back while walking. So it's gonna be like this is my right hand, and I would like put it like here on her lower back while walking. That is completely normal. And you know what's interesting? That's more masculine. The holding hands are like voice thing. Well, I'm not going against it. It's still cute. Girls find it cute. But if you put your hand behind her back, that is more masculine. That is more attractive. And it builds intimacy subconsciously. That's interesting. Go old school. Have you seen movies where the gentleman is having his hand on her back while walking? It's for that. Literally, it's for that. Now, let's talk about the second thing, the second way, the second approach, which I have found, which works really well. You know what's that? Instead of going to hold hands, put your, like, take your girl's hand and put it like here on your bicep while walking. Go old school, brother. Go old school. That's the way with hyperhidrosis. I'm sure you have seen this happening. The girls usually wrap their hands like on the bicep while walking. Have you seen like the mature couples doing this? If you live in the West, I'm sure you have seen this a lot. Do that. I used to do that. Like I still do it, but still, now I can even hold hands because now I am dry. I'm dry, like I'm dry. So you could use that. Like while I was struggling, I was doing this, the things I just mentioned. Bro, don't just find new excuses to not to enjoy things. Hyperhidrosis is not going away. You have to find your own style. You have to find your own way. And that's what I did. I found my own ways around hyperhidrosis. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to share with you how to go around it, how to still live life without letting it affect you. Now, another point I want to make here, which is really gonna help you with your dating life, is hold frame. Like, you remember I just told you the story in the initial part of the video of the like the first girlfriend of mine, where she was continuously reaching my hand and I refused. Even though she was insisting, I still refused. That is called holding frame because I wasn't comfortable at doing that. So I kept my word. Hold frame. If you don't want something, if you don't like something, speak up. You are the man, bro. Speak up. You know why it's interesting? It's interesting because women don't find men attractive who are insecure. They only find men attractive who are confident, who know they got their shit. Even if you have hyperhidrosis, don't feel insecure. start behaving and start being confident, even with hyperhidrosis, even with your sweatness. By the way, if you need more help with getting dry or with building more confidence, there's a link in the description to book a 1 hour call with me for free. You will get an hour of my time for free. You will get me as a coach for 1 hour for free. I don't know what else I could provide you. Come, let's have a chat. I'll see you there.